Welcome to the iHSFAN Webcast Network. You are watching Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Covert Ford, Bush's Chicken, Ideal Signs, Alpha Paving, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events, Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group, Maze Street Boutique, and Lodge Card Club. We also want to thank the 5 high school booster clubs for their support. Now let's head to the field. Here is Brad Tillery and Ike Kohler.
Live from Dragon Stadium in Round Rock, iHSFAN is proud to bring you tonight's presentation of Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight, the McNeil Mavericks, a 2-3 record and 2-1 in district play so far this season, take on the Vandegrift Vipers, who are 3-1 and 2-0 in 6A District 25. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the broadcast as we flip the calendar to October. Brad Tillery and Ike Kohler here with you tonight for what we think is going to be a pretty good football game between these two teams. Both teams coming off a victory last week. McNeil pounded Stony Point 55-30 in a game that we called Ike, and Vandegrift comes into the matchup after a 38-7 win over Vista Ridge. Vandegrift 8-0 all-time in this series and won this contest convincingly last year 42-3, but they've lost a lot of talent off that team from last year, and this year, while still very good and riding a 16-game district win streak going back to November of 2021, maybe a little vulnerable. The loss to Cedar Park on the schedule already, and a tight game against Stony Point just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a tight game against Stony Point, and this is a McNeil team that really throttled Stony Point. They won 55-30, but the score is a little bit closer than the game felt, and a big part of that was the quarterback, Jarrell Gary. He made his first career start at quarterback, and he completely balled out. I mean, he had over 100 yards on the ground last week, a couple rushing touchdowns. He had a passing touchdowns, and then the running back, Joshua Williams, he rushed for over 150 yards and had him a few touchdowns, but last week's offense against Stony Point for McNeil, they were very efficient, and it starts with Jarrell Gary at the helm if McNeil's going to knock off Vandegrift. Yeah,
Jarrell was fantastic last week. Both he and Joshua Williams kind of that two-headed attack in the run game. We actually got to talk to Coach Hermes tonight, and we'll hear from him in just a minute, as it will be Gary at the starting position for quarterback again for this McNeil Maverick football team. For Vandegrift, like I mentioned, they haven't lost a district game since November 5th of 2021 against Round Rock. They've won this district last 2 seasons outright, and they're led defensively by Deshaun Morgan, an Arizona State commit who's just really dominant on this line of scrimmage for them.
Yeah, he's been having a real good season. He has four sacks this season, and this game's going to be one of the trenches. So, we'll see how this McNeil offensive line kind of stacks up against Vandegrift in the trenches, but it's going to be very telling for sure.
One interesting note, the leading running back is Griffin Gorbeck. He will be out of the game, is my understanding tonight, after talking with the coaching staff down there pregame. So they're going to have to lean on Brendan Fournier, the running back for Vandegrift, who they'll have to lean on tonight. He's still averaging 92 a game on the ground, is Fournier. And this Vandegrift team, they can put some points up. Both of these teams can, each of them averaging over 35 a game coming into tonight. So I think you and I are both expecting fireworks.
Yeah, expecting fireworks. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot of running the ball. I mean, but both of these teams have scored a lot, and that's through the ground game. And, we got a ball game.
We're going to step aside for a second, let you hear from some of our sponsors. When we come back, we've got a pregame conversation with Coach Scott Hermes of the McNeil Mavericks, and then we'll have kickoff. We're about 10 minutes, 20 seconds away tonight from kickoff between the McNeil Mavericks and the Vandegrift Vipers. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN network.
Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045.
Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net.
Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto, Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
Welcome back to the pregame show as we continue to count down to kickoff tonight between the McNeil Mavericks and the Vandegrift Vipers. Joining me now, the head coach of the Mavericks, Coach Scott Hermes, with your 2-1 record in the district coming into play tonight. How you feeling this evening?
Feel good. Played really well last week. I thought we did a lot of nice things, overcame some injuries, and put some guys in some different positions. They did a good job, and hope to do it again tonight.
Well, you hit on the nail on the head already. Let's talk about it. The starting quarterback, Jarrell Gary, again tonight. He played spectacularly, I thought, last week, and the two-headed run game with him and Joshua Williams kind of made some defenses think a little bit for Stony Point and maybe moving forward as well.
Yeah, those two guys are great with the ball in their hands. Couldn't be happier or more proud of the way they ran. Josh had 4 touchdowns and easily could have had a fifth. 240-plus yards rushing. I mean, that's a huge night for him, and we're going to need that kind of output again tonight.
What about your offensive line? I thought they played really well last week, too, at the point of attack. Maybe knowing you're going to run the ball a little more gives them a little more MO to come off the snap or something like that during practice, because that's something you've been working on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, we're a tempo team, and what's nice is when we have a successful run play, you can see those guys kind of get energized, and they're ready and excited to line up in a hurry and do it again, and sometimes it's the same play. And you can just tell those guys are fired up. And look, you don't rush for almost 400 yards without the O-line doing a great job, and that's what we had last week.
Your defense still coming along, still young. We talked about it earlier in the season. How have you liked their progress so far through these first 5 games? Because I thought your first 2 especially, you played a couple of really tough non-district games to start the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really happy with my front 7 guys. I thought they did a great job. We had some issues in the back end last week, so we fixed some things up front. But then we kind of took a step back in the secondary, and we know we're going to have to fix that. That's been the focus all week. But we got to keep the ball in front of us. We got to limit the big plays like we gave up last week and stuff. So I think they'll respond. I think we'll have a good night tonight.
Well, it's the Vandegrift team that obviously always a perennial favorite in this district. They've won it the last 2 years on a 16-game district win streak, but they've been pushed a little bit more this year than usual. They've got a loss in the schedule in the non-district play to Cedar Park. We're a 1-score game against Stony Point. What have you seen on film that maybe you can attack this week?
Well, they lost a lot of guys from last year's team. That was really good. I mean, they're 2 years away from competing for a state championship. Coach Sanders is always going to have them well coached and have them in the right spot. They've also got a new offensive coordinator, so there's been some adjustment there. But, they've had some injuries to overcome, just like the rest of us, and so it's taken them a little bit to figure out. They're starting to get a little healthier. They're starting to play better. They're a very good football team, like you said. So it's going to take our best effort. We're going to have to play smart football tonight to come out on top.
With the district, I mean, you're halfway through the season already, which is crazy to think about.
That's crazy.
But, this district changing this year, adding an extra team, I think it's so deep and competitive. What do you think the rest of the season, the outlook, and what's it going to take to make the playoffs for the second straight season, you think?
Man, I don't know. If you had asked me at the beginning of the year, I would have told you. I thought, I could have told you who the top teams were. I think I could have told you who the bottom teams were. And everything's getting turned upside down, So Coach Robinson over at Cedar Ridge is doing a great job. I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen last week. Coach Woods got his team playing well. Stony Point, we talked about them. I mean, they are seconds away from being 2-1 in district.
It's the hardest luck 0-3 district team you'll ever see.
That's exactly right. So, again, they can beat any team in this district. So, there's a lot of parity. I think you just got to stay as healthy as you can and play consistent football. But you said you can't have any nights off. You can't have any bad nights with turnovers. You got to take care of business every night. So this will be a big one for us if we can get it.
Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks.
That's the head coach of the McNeil Mavericks, Scott Hermes. We're back in just a minute with kickoff tonight. McNeil versus Vandegrift on the iHSFAN network.
In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN.
Back here at Dragon Stadium on the campus of Round Rock High School, we are set for kickoff tonight between the McNeil Mavericks and the Vandegrift Vipers. The national anthem has been played, the colors being walked off the field right now by the color guard. And then we'll have the coin toss and kickoff. Brad Tillery, Ike Kohler here with you in the broadcast booth this evening. McNeil, a 2-3 record this year, 2-1 in district play so far. And Vandegrift comes in 3-1, 2-0 in the district. Let's walk you down the district standings as we are now at the halfway mark of the regular season. Remember now, there are 9 teams in this district, so there are now bye weeks that kind of go throughout the season, whereas the last few years we've actually had everybody on the same bye week. So a little bit different. You're going to see some unevenness there, but give you at least an idea of who's battling where. Vandegrift, the only undefeated team in district play after just 3 weeks so far at 2-0. Cedar Ridge is 2-1 in the district. Round Rock 2-1. McNeil 2-1. So if the playoffs started today, those are your 4 playoff teams. Manor is 1-1. Hutto 1-1. Westwood 1-2. Vista Ridge 1-2. Stony Point 0-3 coming into the weekend. So that's where we stand right now. Could be a few updates on that record. I got to check it out because I printed this out yesterday afternoon before last night's games were played, and I haven't looked at last night's scoreboard just yet to see who did what in district play, so we'll check that out in just a bit. Vandegrift will kick it away. They're in the white uniforms with the black numerals, the black pants, and the white helmets. McNeil in the home blue uniforms with the white numerals, the blue helmets, and the white pants. They also are trimmed out in pink socks tonight as they recognize Breast Cancer Awareness Month starting here in October. For Vandegrift, it'll be number 27, Noah Colbert, to kick it away. A run up, the boot meets the leather, and we're underway on this beautiful Friday evening in Round Rock, and that'll sail through the end zone for a touchback. And McNeil starts at their own 25 for the first possession of the ball game.
That was Joshua Gaden and Aiden Taylor back there to return for McNeil. Keep an eye out for Aiden Taylor on special teams. He had a few good returns last week against Stony Point.
Well, we talked about it. This McNeil team ran the ball effectively last week with Jarrell Gary at quarterback, over 400 yards on the ground as a team last week. And Joshua Williams had 230-plus, if I'm not mistaken, in the game. So a really, really nice job, and I'm expecting, talking with coaches pregame, sounds like a similar game plan may be in place tonight. Gary in the backfield with 2 split backs between him. He's got Aiden Taylor to his right and Williams to his left. We did not see this formation last week. First play is a handoff to Williams over the right side, and he's going to be ridden down from behind. That's a 5-yard loss to start the ball game. Big number 94, Hugo de la Vara Vasquez, came around the corner and took him down.
Vasquez just all over it on that play. McNeil working behind the chains early.
It is second and 14. Ball spotted at the 21 officially. Gary keeps it on the option, tries to cut back inside, does so, gets up the middle, and we'll pick up about 6 or 7 out to the 27-yard line to make it 3rd and 8. McNeil's going to have to get positive yardage on the early downs, Ike. First down and second down especially, to stay out of these 3rd and long situations. Remember, this team, by my count, only threw the ball 8 times last week. Here is 3rd and 8. Fake handoff. Gary will throw. Escapes up the middle. Can't do so. He's sacked. Dropped just behind the line of scrimmage. It's De La Vara Vasquez again, his 2nd tackle for loss on the opening drive.
It's not what you want to see from McNeil, but credit to Vandegrift on defense. Number 42, Adam Scott, the linebacker, shot the gap, was the 5th rusher there.
So a 3 and out for McNeil to start the ball game. Marshall Holland to kick it away. Couple of receivers back deep here, returnmen rather, back deep for Vandegrift. Brock Chilton and George Farley, the deep men. This is a little wobbly kick that'll be fielded and fair caught on the McNeil side of the 50. Fair catch made there by Chilton. They'll spot him at the 48-yard line of the Mavericks. So great field position for Vandegrift to start this ball game. And they're open in their first drive on offense.
And for Vandegrift, their junior quarterback, Miles Teodecki, will be behind center here for the Vipers in great field position already.
Teodecki, a 6'3", 205-pound junior. Averaging about 195 yards a game. He's got Brendan Fournier at the backfield with him. It's Fournier on the carry. Up the middle he goes through the McNeil defense, and he finds 9 on the first play of the drive, the first play of the game, rather, for the Vandegrift offense. Aiden Taylor on the tackle. It's 2nd and 1. Fournier, the running back, a commit to Columbia University. Going to go play his college ball in the Ivy League in the middle of Manhattan, up on the Upper West Side. 2nd down and a yard. Fake to him. Quarterback to pass. That's Teodecki looking downfield. He's got a man in the end zone and off the fingertips, incomplete. Intended for Brock Chilton. He had his choice. Chilton was open on the right side, and it looked like George Farley was open on the left. Both of them in the end zone. It's 3rd down and a yard now.
I mean, 2nd and short, you can afford to take a shot. They nearly hit it. That would have been huge for them, but still 3rd and short, probably four down territory here if that holds.
Teodecki has Fournier to his right for 3rd and a yard. It's a handoff to Fournier up the middle. He's got plenty. Straight into the pile and picks up about 5. 1st down in favor of Vandegrift. It'll move the sticks at the 36-yard line. McNeil band going at it to our right down here as the crowd continues to file in Round Rock. First time this year that McNeil has, I believe first time this year they played here at Dragon Stadium. Another handoff, Fournier, this time over the left side. Pushes past the 30, or down to the 30 rather, for a 6-yard pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, 4 to go. And there's a player down for the Mavericks, so we'll have to call off and see. Hopefully the young man's okay. Can't quite tell who it is just yet. Once they attend to him, we'll get you a number and try to figure out who it is. Updates from last night. I mentioned there were some games in the area last night. Only finals that I see. A little surprising. Anderson beat Lehman 64-7. Westlake all over Aiken 70-0. And it appears as if everything else is tonight. In the district tonight, Stony Point takes on Cedar Ridge. That game over at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, and one you can see right here on iHSFAN. Westwood's taking on Hutto. Let's see. Round Rock is at Maynard tonight. And then, of course, this game going on as well. That's Marshall Holland, the linebacker, who was down after the play, but he's up and off the field under his own power, so that's good to see. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Vandegrift as we get back started here. No score. 8:56 to go in the opening quarter.
Good to see Marshall Holland is okay. He's a key part of that McNeil linebacker core, and he's seen a lot of action the way Fournier has been running the ball.
2nd and 4, new running back in the ball game. That looks to be number 23, Justin Moore. Handoff up the middle. It'll be enough for a Vandegrift 1st down. Make sure I got the number right because I couldn't really see it off the shoulder pad too well. There it is, Moore. They have him listed as a DB on the roster, but that's a running back. Ball officially marked down at the 30, or the 25 rather, for the 1st down for Vandegrift. So the Vipers get great field position to start their first drive of the ball game, and now knocking on the door of the red zone, but a timeout called here early. 8:26 to go in this opening quarter. Vandegrift marching, no score. Hey, Auto Nation Chevrolet proudly supports Round Rock ISD football programs. If you're looking for a big win, shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, you can score cash for your car by selling it to the team at Auto Nation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. That's AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then, hey, you get paid the same day. I promise you, folks, it's that easy. Visit Auto Nation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. Ike, a bit of a choppy start to this game. The Mavericks go 3 and out. The Vipers, or Vandegrift, already have run 5 plays, but obviously an injury for for McNeil the previous play. A timeout here for Vandegrift. Vandegrift has tried to throw 1 pass, but everything else been on the ground, and that offensive line getting a pretty good push so far.
Yeah, they're winning the battle up front right now, for sure. I mean, it's still early, but has been kind of choppy. The early timeout from Vandegrift, I mean, they've been running the ball very efficiently tonight, especially Fournier. But just one of these timeouts, want to make sure everyone's on the same page and where we're at moving forward. They're not in any rush offensively. They've been taking their time.
1st and 10 for the Vipers. Ball spotted at the McNeil 25-yard line as we get back to play. There's a snap and a hand to Fournier, who is tackled in the backfield, dropped for a 2-yard loss. Shooting in from behind there was the linebacker Michael Jones, reading the play well. 2nd down coming up.
Michael Jones blitzed in from the left and read that play from the get-go. Now he's got Vandegrift behind the chains. We'll see how the Vipers play it.
2nd and 12. Don't really see any substitutions happening for Vandegrift, but they're also in no rush to get plays off. Man goes in motion right to left. Now 3 receivers left. Teodecki, the quarterback, drops straight back. The southpaw rolling to his left, looking to throw, being chased from behind, lets it go, tries to throw back across the body. It's incomplete. Had a man open, but that's just a tough throw. Going one way, trying to throw back across your body the other. It'll be 3rd and long.
Coming out of that timeout, McNeil has dialed up the pressure. And number 42, Jacorian Hubbard, was the one chasing after Teodecki there.
3rd down and 12 now. Vandegrift behind the chains for the first time on this drive. This McNeil defense, you just mentioned it, they're turning up the heat real quick. Teodecki calls for the snap. Looks to throw. It's an inside screen caught by Brock Chilton. Makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss, and he's got enough for a 1st down out to the 14-yard line. Just enough. That'll move the sticks for Vandegrift. It is 1st down and 10 from the 14. This Vandegrift team has never lost to McNeil. Still a young program. When you think about Texas high school football, Vandegrift has only been around since around 2010, 2011, their first season, right in that range. Handoff up the middle. This one goes to Moore, and he doesn't pick up much, maybe a yard or 2. Just 1 officially. Like I told you earlier, my first move to the area, my first ever game that I saw for high school football in Texas was Vandegrift. They played Lake Travis, and I want to say it was Vandegrift's either 1st or 2nd season playing high school football. It's a brand new school, and I happen to live in an apartment complex next to it. And they have quickly made themselves into a local power. Another handoff to Moore. Big hole to work with up the middle, and he gets down to the 7. Olivier Hemming on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 or 3 to go.
Vandegrift may be a relatively new school, but they're used to winning. I mean, 2 years removed from a state title or state championship game appearance, and their Papa Warner program, at least when I was playing, 4 points Papa Warner. They're the real deal.
3rd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 7. Vandegrift can get a new set of downs inside the 5 if they can find the 4-yard line. Fournier takes the handoff. Makes a first man miss in the backfield. Leans forward. He only gets to the 5. He'll be about a yard short. The 12th play of the drive incoming. It's 4th down and 1 for Vandegrift. Let's see if the McNeil defense can hold. We're already at 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this quarter. McNeil's sideline and the band getting up and getting loud, trying to rally behind the defense here on 4th and a yard. Fournier, the big running back in the backfield, they go I formation. Straight handoff to him up the middle. He's through the hole. He's all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Vandegrift Vipers, as Brendan Fournier punches it in from 5 yards out on 4th down and 1. And Vandegrift strikes first at 6-0.
Fournier, the senior running back, carried the bulk of the load that drive. That's his 4th touchdown of the year. And Vandegrift controlled that one on the ground. McNeil down up the pressure a couple times, but Vandegrift just overpowering there on that first drive.
Extra point on the way. It's up. It is well through and good, and you're scoring with 4:54 to go in this opening quarter of play. Vandegrift 7, McNeil nothing.
If you're Vandegrift, that's exactly the start you want to see. And they add up a lot of clock now, already down to under 5 minutes. And, you'll see that when you have a team run the ball the majority of the time. If I'm not mistaken, Vandegrift only threw 2 passes on that drive.
Yeah, you're correct. No, 3. They threw 3.
Three passes. They took the deep shot. But I think the play of that drive was the 3rd and 12 when Teodecki hit the receiver on just a simple little screen, inside screen, got him in open space, kind of caught McNeil's defense off guard a little bit, kept the drive going.
Yeah, I agree. That was a massive play there for Vandegrift because it was probably a long field goal chance otherwise. Instead, they're able to keep that drive going. A 12-play drive for Vandegrift, only 48 yards on the drive. They started in great field position. Took them 12 plays, 5 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock. Capped off by the Brendan Fournier 5-yard touchdown run. 7-0 in favor of the Vipers. So we'll see if McNeil gets an answer here for their second possession of the ball game. McNeil went 3 and out their first time. Noah Kalber with a run up in the kick. High end over end towards the goal line. It will be fielded and brought out. That's Joshua Gayton bringing it out. Makes the first man miss. Stays on his feet across the 30 down the sideline, and Gayton brings it out to the 39-yard line. Nice return there for the the defensive back. Former running back last year. We saw him house 1 or 2, if I remember, last year on a kickoff return, and a nice return here as well to start this drive.
Yeah, and we've seen him make an impact on all 3 phases of the game. And I was saying earlier, just watch out for this McNeil special teams unit, and if they're going to win this game, they're going to need some big plays, some big returns, maybe a couple deep shots.
Well, the offense back out on the field now. Split backs there with Gary. Terrell Gary sends Williams in motion. He's got Aiden Taylor in the backfield with him. And it's a handoff to Taylor. Up the middle he goes, and he picks up a yard, maybe 2. Interesting to see Taylor get carries. Normally a wide receiver. Also plays defensive back for this team.
So previously to this game, he's had 12 carries for 43 yards, and so not a lot comparatively to the other backs.
Yeah, maybe getting 2 carries a game, but it's primarily been the Williams show of the backfield. There's a short handoff to the up man. That was Williams lined up at the fullback position. He picks up 3. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 to go now for the Mavericks. Man, this defensive line for Vandegrift. There are big, big boys down there. 3rd and 4. Gary to throw quickly over the middle. He's got a man that's complete near the sticks. And it should be just enough for a first down. Zach Christie with the quick catch. That'll move it. First down for McNeil.
Good to see Christie getting involved early, but we haven't seen him much in the middle of the field with those short crow routes.
Yeah, he's usually a deep threat, right? You don't see him on those quick little possession routes, but with his size, pretty smart to use him there in the middle and just let him body position and kind of like you're a basketball player, post out and rebound. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks. And Williams out the middle. Stutter steps in the backfield before exploding through the hole. He picks up about 4.5. I think for McNeil to see some success tonight here, Ike, this is the kind of game they're going to have to play. Grind it out 4 yards at a time, and then hope you can pop one. Pistol formation. It's 2nd and 5. Williams tries to go up the middle again. This time, no luck. He's pushed backwards, and he's going to lose a yard on the play officially. Ian Witt leading the charge there for the Vandegrift Vipers. It'll be 3rd down and 6. If McNeil wants to stretch the defense, we know Gary's got a cannon.
He's got a cannon, and he's got his deep threat in Zach Christie.
3rd down and 6 here. Gary drops the snap, picks it up, tries to scramble away, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss. Way back in his own territory. Officially, Hugo de la Vera Vasquez comes up with his 2nd sack already. But the loss puts McNeil back at their own 43-yard line.
Tough break for McNeil there. Gary just unable to handle the snap and left with no other option than to punt.
4th and 16. Nobody deep yet for Vandegrift. Now they'll send Brock Chilton back. Holland boots it away. Chilton calls for the fair catch, and he makes it at the 30-yard line. So Vandegrift gets the ball. 1:31 to go in this first quarter. They lead it 7-0 over McNeil. And the defense, they only give it up about 3 or 4 yards of play right now for McNeil. But if they can get Vandegrift in that 3rd and long position again like they did last drive, Mikey, the key is getting off the field right now. Ball spotted right between the hash marks. Teodecki, the left-handed quarterback, checking his sideline. He's got Fournier, the running back, with him, and he hands it right off to Fournier. Up the middle he goes. Picks up about 4. Brought down out there by Frank Martinez Gomez. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Vandegrift still in no hurry to get a playoff here, but now we're going 5 wideouts. That's a new one.
They're going to bring Fournier back into the backfield. Handoff to him. Cuts upfield over the left side and finds a wall of McNeil defenders there. Only picks up 2 or 3. It'll be 3rd down and 3 now. Nothing too explosive here for the Vandegrift offense. It's just grind it out 4 or 5 yards when you can, but McNeil's getting them into 3rd down situations. The Mavericks just got to get off the field.
Yeah, 3rd and short. I think if you're McNeil, you set out for the run here. I mean, it's been the majority of their plays, but Mavericks needing a stop here.
Yeah, Teodecki only throws for 195 a game. They don't air it out too much, but they will throw here on 3rd and short. It'll be a swing pass out to the running back, Fournier. He's got enough for a 1st down as he's out to the 45-yard line. The ball came out. McNeil says they've got it, but the referee says he was down before the ball did come out. The Mavericks came out of there with the football. However, it's a 1st down on the swing pass. 8-yard gain on the play. 1st down and 10 to go. Late substitution here for the Mavs. And now McNeil, are they trying to call timeout? I'm not sure. They had to give him time to substitute. There we go. 3 seconds left in the quarter. I think they're just going to let this one run out. We are through the first quarter of play at Dragon Stadium in Round Rock. McNeil trails Vandegrift 7-0. Back in just a minute with quarter number 2. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN network.
In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Back here at the campus of Round Rock High School at Dragon Stadium, where the McNeil Mavericks trail the Vandegrift Vipers 7-0 in this 6A District 25 matchup. Brad Tiller, Yankee Kohler here with you in the broadcast booth tonight. It'll be first down and 10 for the Vandegrift Vipers once we are back in action here, as the teams flip into the field. Don't have to go too far since they're at the 45-yard line. Vandegrift in their own territory. McNeil's had the ball twice. They have punted twice. Vandegrift with their second possession of the night here. Their first one was a 12-play, 5+ minute drive that went for a touchdown. First and 10, Vandegrift. Teodecki with the backup running back in there next to him. That is Justin Moore. It'll be a handoff to Moore over the left side, and Moore picks up 3 or 4. Tackled quickly by Jacorian Hubbard. Second down and 6 coming.
Both of these offenses have sort of looked the same in the way that they're content just running the ball up the middle and getting 3 or 4 yards of play, but Vandegrift's just executing a little better right now.
Second and 6 here for the Vipers in their white uniforms and black pants. Snap back, quick throw near sideline, and he is hit quickly. Great tackle by Joshua Gaden. The quick pass to the near side on the screen to Gavin Custer, and he just had nowhere to go. Gaden hit him right as he caught it. Maybe picks up a yard to midfield. It's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Gaden got a piece of him, and that was just enough. He came flying in.
Third down and 5. Ball on the left hash mark. Handoff to Fournier up the middle. Big hole. He's got a full head of steam and a first down across the 40 in a McNeil territory at the 39. Man, he's so big. You can't give him too many steps to get going, because once he gets it, he's hard to stop.
Well, he's big, but he's fast too. He's quick. He's got that quick twitch movement to him. And Vandegrift, how about 3rd and long, showing that they're not afraid to run the ball there too.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. It just goes right up the gut. First and 10 here. Ball at the Maverick 39-yard line. It's a handoff again to Fournier, and he'll be stopped for just a short gain, maybe a yard. Looked like big number 46, Wadike Nwosu, the first man there on the tackle. Kind of stood him up. Second and 9 coming. There's another handoff left side. It'll be Fournier out to the 32. He's able to pick up about 6. It'll be 3rd down and 3. And this is where Vandegrift's been living all night, Ike. This 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 range. And they've been successful only one time, but they had to go to 4th down, and when they did, they got a touchdown on it.
Yeah, it was, 4th and short?
It was 4th and a yard.
4th and a
They
yard.
punched it in.
So McNeil's going to have to get a stop, probably on 2 plays here.
3rd down and a couple. Moore in the backfield now, and timeout called by Vandegrift. I believe that's their second one used. It's not taken off the scoreboard yet, but that should be their second timeout of the first half. 8:56 to go in this first half of play. Vandegrift 7, McNeil nothing. A low-scoring game, but really it's low-scoring because Vandegrift's just chewing up clock when they have the football. They went on a 5-minute, 22-second drive that only traversed 48 yards, their first drive. Now they're on their 9th play coming up of this drive, and we are 4.5 minutes deep on it. Like, this is a clock-killing team that is just going to eat up possession, it looks like, here against anybody they get the chance to.
One, I don't know if I would have expected a first quarter like that, considering both their offenses. They're averaging over 35 points a game. I mean, it's a tough game out there right now.
Yeah, it's the kind of game where you're going to need an ice bath afterwards or tomorrow, right? Now they're younger; they'll probably be okay. But, me, I needed 2 weeks minimum.
You ever been in one of those ice baths?
Yes, but it wasn't my choice. When the doctor tells you to do something at my age, you just kind of have to do it, man. You learn. 3rd and 2. This time a fake handoff to Moore. Teodecki with time in the pocket will throw towards the end zone. He's got a man, and it is knocked down, incomplete. They tested the defensive back over there. Looked like, let me see who that was exactly. So don't want to misidentify. I think that was number 7 over there, Zarian Hall, with the knockdown on the defensive play. It'll be 4th down and 2 coming up.
Yeah, it was good coverage on Hall. He was single coverage. It was only a matter of time before Vandegrift did the play action.
It's 4th and 2. I imagine Fournier's getting this right up the middle. It is a handoff to him up the middle, and good blocking there. Nice step to the right by Fournier in the backfield. He gets out to the 25. He's got enough for a first down. He took just a real subtle step to his right, Ike, because there was a collapse up the middle. And that subtle step got him out over the right tackle where he had an opening, and Fournier able to find that first down. A kid who, when I was talking to the coaches ahead of time, they're like, yeah, he's a good football player, but, man, he's smart too, which I guess you got to be if you're going to go play in the Ivy League. Fournier with another carry, and he picks up 5 more.
Yeah, those Ivy Leagues don't fool around as far as grades and academics. That comes first there.
Ball on the right hash mark, 2nd and 5. Yeah, the dirty secret in college football that nobody talks about is if the Ivy League schools ever really wanted to throw some money behind football, they got more than anybody else out there. 2nd down and 5. Fournier over the right side makes a couple of men miss, and he's all the way down to the 4-yard line. His biggest rush of the night. That goes for 16.
Fournier just dominating here early for Vandegrift. And only had 24 carries on the year so far. He's got to be getting close to 10 or so in this game.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 5. Fournier already has 1 touchdown tonight. It's a handoff to him, and he'll go up the middle, be pushed backwards, picks up about 2 down to the 3-yard line. Seven nothing Vandegrift, but they're knocking on the door here again with 6:50 to go in this second quarter of play. I imagine they just stay on the ground here, Ike. Teodecki goes under center. Offset I formation, strong side to the right. Fournier on the carry, up the middle. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Vandegrift Vipers. Brendan Fournier with his 2nd touchdown of the evening. And Vandegrift extends the lead on a 14-play drive.
Fournier, 2 touchdowns here in the first half, and the way he's been running the ball, but his offensive line has been playing real well tonight.
Extra point on the way here, and it is good. Vandegrift now with a 14-0 lead with 6:26 to go in the opening half of play.
So Vandegrift up 2 scores here, but they've chewed clock the whole time, and there are no rush on offensively. But here's the thing, McNeil got the ball first in the first half, so Vandegrift's going to see it coming out of the second half, which means this drive for Jarrell Gary and Joshua Williams' McNeil offense is very important. But, Vandegrift has looked the part of a tough, hard-nosed football team here coming on the road A long bus ride there from Vandegrift. They traveled pretty well, though.
That's a 14-play, 70-yard drive. Took 6 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. Capped off by the 3-yard touchdown ride from Fournier. Vandegrift has run 26 plays to McNeil's 9 so far tonight. And those 2 drives for Vandegrift have taken up nearly a full quarter of football. And we've played less than a quarter and a half. My goodness. Vipers to kick it away again, this time towards the north end zone. They'll run up and the boot. Low line drive kick this time. It'll go through the end zone. There's a touchback. So 6:26 to go in this second quarter. McNeil really needs an answer here, Ike.
And if I'd be on their offense, I'd just be frustrated. They haven't seen the ball. They haven't had as many chances to. Well, they have had as many chances, but they just haven't been on the field as much.
First and 10 for McNeil. Yeah, they haven't seen the football, man. They've run 9 plays. They've got 1 first down to the Mavericks, and like we said, Vandegrift has held this ball for more than 12 minutes, and we've only played about 17 minutes of football tonight. First and 10, pistol formation. Fake the handoff. Gary to throw. Launches one. He got hit as he throws. It is up in the air for a long time, and it's incomplete. Tell you what, good job by Christie to get a hand in there because 2 Viper defenders were over there. If Christie doesn't get his hand in there to kind of play defense, that's an interception.
Well, he nearly came down with it. Christie was drowning in coverage over there. That ball was floating a long time. Gary got hit when he released it. Caught a glimpse of the cannon that Gary has.
Second and 10. I formation under center. Quick short handoff to Williams. And Joshua Williams picks up about 5 or 6. Little fullback dive there. You don't see that too often.
We've seen 2 or 3 of those tonight already here going in the hurry up.
It's 3rd and 5. And Vandegrift jumps way offside. That's Ian Witt, the defensive lineman who jumped early and knocked over the center before the ball was ever snapped. That's going to be a free 5 yards and a first down for McNeil.
Smart move by the Mavericks, changing up the snap count. Get you a new set of downs.
First and 10. Under center they go again. Another short handoff. Williams up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 5.5 or 6. Quick hitters here for McNeil. I like what you're saying here, Ike. That's change the pace, change the look, and see if it'll help out. Confuse Vandegrift a little bit. And again, over center, Witt jumps offside. He made contact, so they have to blow the play dead. But that's another 5 yards and a first down for McNeil. And if you're the head coach, or if you're the coaches for Vandegrift, that's going to drive you crazy because Witt is standing right over the football. First down for McNeil.
They were going to take a deep shot on that play, too.
Another quick handoff to Williams up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 3 more. Near midfield at the 49-yard line. Hold on. 2nd and 7 here, and there's a pass that's incomplete, intended near side for Jaden Thomas. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Just a quick little throw to the sidelines, a little misfire there from Gary, but 3rd and 7 here.
Back under center, Gary in that I formation again. This time a pitch play out to the right side. It's Aiden Taylor who cuts up field, and Taylor's down to the 46-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of a first down, and I bet this is go-for-it time if you're McNeil already. First time they found Vandegrift territory. It'll be 4th down and a couple. Back out spreading away from under center in the pistol formation. Williams the running back, Gary the quarterback. 3 down linemen for Vandegrift. Quick throw out to the outside. That's complete. It's a 1st down and more. Aiden Taylor finds some space out to the 40-yard line. Swing pass out there, and nice little play and a pickup of 1st down.
Good strong throw from Gary, getting rid of it quickly, and Taylor knowing exactly where the sticks are.
It's a big drive if you're McNeil here to kind of cut this lead. 4:20 to go in the opening half of play. Another handoff to Williams right up the middle as he takes the fullback dive for 3. This is not something that McNeil put on tape last week. Surely catching Vandegrift off guard a little bit here. Back to the pistol now. Second and 7 for the Mavericks. Handoff, Williams rides that right tackle up his back there, kind of waiting and being patient. Only picks up a yard. Deshaun Morgan with the tackle. Morgan, the Arizona State commit. 3rd down and 6 coming. Ball's at the Vandegrift 36. Gary to pass, rolls out to his right, jumps, throws, and it's incomplete. There's a flag down in the backfield as well. Ball's intended for Zach Christie. Gary jumped to try to get rid of that football and actually threw a pretty accurate ball. Personal foul, chop block against McNeil. We'll see what the decision is. I imagine Vandegrift's going to take the yardage here. It'll still be 3rd down, but make it, instead of 4th and 6, you make it 3rd down and 21.
You're walking that ball way back.
That's a 15-yard penalty on the 1st down, on the personal foul there. So the ball goes all the way back to the 49-yard line in their own territory now for the Mavericks. They need the Vandegrift 30. 3rd and a mile. Fake handoff. Gary to throw. Unleashes one down the middle. He's got a man. That's complete. That's a 1st down and more to the 20-yard line. Oh, man. A 3rd and 21, and Gary finds Aiden Taylor down the seam for 31.
That was an absolute strike by Gary. Just stayed poised in the pocket, and he threw a bullet to Aiden Taylor, who slipped, deep in the seam, and good play.
1st and 10 Mavericks. Ball spotted at the 21 officially. Fake handoff. Gary looked to throw. Now he's going to tuck it, trying to escape, and he can't go anywhere. Actually going to lose a yard. Back to the 22. Ian Witt on the tackle. He makes the sack. It'll be 2nd down and 11. We're down to 2:30 to go in this first half of play. The Mavericks with their deepest penetration of the ball game. Their 13th play of the drive coming as well. Besides the long drive and potential points here, Ike, the Mavericks offense giving the defense a break. Snap to Gary. Looks to throw. Down the middle again. This one in and out of the hands. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage and nearly intercepted. Number 21, Parker Davis, had it in his stomach there, and he just dropped it.
McNeil caught a break there. Still got a chance to score some points, 3rd and long. But how about this long drive they've put on? The first one of the game for them.
14th play back to the I formation on 3rd and 11. Gary under center. Deep handoff this time, right up the gut to Aiden Taylor, who finds his way down to the 11-yard line, and he's got enough for a 1st down. Another 3rd and long converted on this drive, Ike, and it's the 14th play of the drive, making it 1st and 10.
Going to hurry up here.
Hurry up here, back to Taylor. This time over the right side, and he's able to pick up about 3 more, down to the 8. A 3rd and 21 and a 3rd and 11 have been converted on this drive by the Mavericks.
With a pass to Aiden Taylor and then the Aiden Taylor run.
Back to the I formation, 2nd and 7 from the 8. Mavs can get a new set of downs at the 1. Snap to Gary, this time to Williams up the middle. The up back takes it, picks up maybe a yard to the 7. How about this, Ike? The 17th play of the drive coming. Pistol formation, 2 receivers out in it. Now they're going to switch it all up. Back to this power I. Another handoff to Williams. Spins forward up the middle. He only picks up a yard. Down to the 5.5. So it'll be 4th down and 4 coming. And now the question is, do you go for it or do you reward your offense with a field goal? 42 seconds left in this opening half of play. McNeil has taken the ball all the way down and killed this clock. And we are at 40 seconds left in the first half. Timeout call by the Mavericks.
It's a word from one of our sponsors, AutoNation. AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. And if you're looking for a big win, shop their unbeatable selections of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Score cash for your car by selling it to the team at AutoNation Chevrolet. And get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. That's AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then you can get paid the same day. Folks, it's really that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive.
40 seconds left in the half. McNeil trails it 14-0, but the Mavericks have a 4th and 4 coming from the 5-yard line. The scoreboard says 4th and 3, but I'm pretty sure they need the 1. Stick around for halftime. We won't be able to let you listen to audio from the bands, unfortunately, but you can watch them go on. We're also going to recap this first half, which honestly won't be much to recap. This is only the 5th total drive of the half between these two teams. A lot of long possessions here in this first half that has motored right along. We kicked off 45 minutes ago, Ike, and we're nearly at halftime. This is wild.
It's absurd.
Last week, I think we finished the first quarter about this time of the night. But stick around. We'll give you some scores from around the area and college football as well, including an all-Texas battle in the Big 12 tonight with a surprising score as they get near halftime up in Fort Worth. It is 4th down and about 3.5. Gary in the backfield. He's got Williams with him. It's a keeper for Gary over the right side. They were going to do the student body right, which they ran successfully a bunch last week, and Vandegrift called timeout just before the snap.
McNeil sprinted out there real fast in a formation they hadn't done so far today. Jermichael Gray and Janie Thomas were wide out left.
Yeah, I think they had Vandegrift out-leveraged on that run play to the right, too. It was really a good time to spring that call. Yep. McNeil has not done it all night long, and that's a play they ran both ways successfully last week a bunch. Because we mentioned that Williams had 240 yards rushing last week. Gary had 100-plus last week, too. So we'll line back up, and even without running the play, if you're the Vipers now, you got a lot to think about because you have to have that outside contain with Gary showing the potential to run just now and pull it and go straight out. Of course, McNeil's been running the ball successfully right up the middle with Williams and Taylor on this drive as well. So a lot of options on the table if you're Coach Scott Hermes in this offense. The Mavs go right back to the same formation as they break out of the sideline huddle. Ball's on the right hash mark. It is 4th down and about 3.5. A lot more defenders to this right side now for the Vipers. And now McNeil's going to leverage left. If they want to run that same play, they probably can to the left. They've got numbers. They're going to. Gary keeps it. Goes left side. Puts his foot down. And does he get there? No. He's going to be about 1.5 yards short. gets to the 4-yard line, and the drive stalls out at the Vandegrift 4. That was a nearly 6-minute drive that traversed 71 yards across 18 plays, and McNeil comes up empty.
Vandegrift able to get off the field there. Coming out of the timeout, they sort of knew what to expect a little bit and knew how to play it. And Gary just tried to cut up field, was met with a wall of vipers.
And Vandegrift's going to be happy to take a knee, run this clock, and go to halftime. And McNeil will let the clock run out. So we are quickly through one half of play here at Dragon Stadium in Round Rock. Vandegrift with a 14-0 lead over McNeil. We're back in just a minute to tell you how that first half all went down and give you some score updates from around the area as well. This is Round Rock ISD Football, presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN Network.
Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good. Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme: Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
Halftime at Dragon Stadium, where the Vandegrift Vipers lead the McNeil Mavericks by a score of 14-0. Brad Tillery and Ike Kohler here with you on the iHSFAN Network. This is Round Rock ISD Football, presented by Covert Ford. Remember to like and subscribe, everybody out there watching us live tonight on YouTube and the iHSFAN Network. That way you catch updates every time we go live for across the network for any of our games. You'll get that notification, and that is how you'll see all the games live across the network all season long. Let's get you caught up on scores from around the area real quick. Actually, first, let's tell you about this first half here at this game before we do scores and tell you how it all went down. McNeil took the opening kickoff and went 3 and out for a punt. Vandegrift they only touched the ball twice in the first half, Ike, and they were 2 very long drives. In fact, combined, these two teams had 6 drives, and the 6th was a one-snap kneel down by Vandegrift. Vandegrift took the first drive. They took it over at the 48-yard line of McNeil after a punt and went on a 12-play, 48-yard march that took up 5 minutes and 22 seconds off the clock. Brendan Fournier with a 5-yard touchdown run to cap it off. There was a big play on that drive that was 3rd and 12, and Vandegrift was able to convert to keep it going and ended up punching it in to make it 7-0. McNeil would get the ball back, pick up a first down, and then have to punt after a quick 6-play drive. Vandegrift gets it late in the first quarter, and this time going a 14-play, 70-yard march. This one 6 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. Fournier with his second touchdown plunge of the night. That made it 14-0. McNeil said, all right, well, whatever you guys do, we can do the same as far as long drives go. An 18-play drive for McNeil. They got at the 6:26 mark of the second quarter. It got all the way down to about 40 seconds left. McNeil marches to the 5-yard line. It is 4th down and 3. They go for it. They come up short. And that's how the half ended. Vandegrift got the ball back. They took a knee. 14-0 your score. And Ike, just a physical football game that has largely stayed on the ground for both teams.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Brad. Very physical. And if you're McNeil, it's just a shame they didn't end up with points. I mean, because that drive started, they were kind of in a hole, and then they got Vandegrift to jump off sides a few times, and then they converted a 3rd and 20-something.
It was a 3rd and 21 and a 3rd and 11 back-to-back.
3rd and 11, both with Aiden Taylor helping on the conversion. But, McNeil finally got the run game going. They finally got a sustainable, resilient drive, except Vandegrift was able to get off the field. And I'd be interested to see now that Vandegrift has been more successful on the ground if they start running that play action to open up the passing games.
Vandegrift will have the ball coming out of the locker room first when we come back. They lead 14-0 here at the break. Let's get you caught up on scores from around the area now. Last night finals, Anderson beat Lehman 64-7. Trojans all over the Lobos. Westlake shut out Aiken 70-0. And then tonight, games going on. Leander, the Lions are taking on local foe Glenn. A battle of Leander up there at Bible Stadium tonight. 28-10 your score. The Lions with the lead midway through the second quarter. Colleen Chaparral trailing Georgetown. The Eagles over at Birkelbach Field up 30-7. They are midway through the second. A good one going on at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex that you can see here on the iHSFAN Network. Cedar Ridge, they've been surprising this year. They lead Stony Point 21-14 right near halftime. Hutto all over Westwood 21-10. That game midway through the second quarter over in Hutto. Granger shutting out Milano 36-0 in the second quarter. Tied up in Florence, the Buffaloes and the Yellow Jackets of Lano are tied up at 14, close to halftime there. Cedar Park 21, Rouse 10, that game near the half as they play over at Gupton Stadium. Round Rock on the road tonight. They are whipping up on Manor 28-6 right now. That game midway through the second quarter. And tell you what, as you look at the standings in this district, that might not be bad news if you are the McNeil Mavericks. Manor is 1-1 in the district, so this, if they score holds, that would drop them to 1-2. We mentioned that Hutto score. They lead Westwood. Hutto also at 1-1, so this would move them to 2-1. McNeil right now is 2-1 in the district. So if you're the Mavericks, you're rooting. Well, Westwood's also 1-2, but yeah, you're rooting. But you have the head-to-head if you're McNeil over Westwood right now. So I believe, have they played so far? I'm gonna check. Yeah, you have the head-to-head over Westwood. So a lot of stuff. It's still a long way to go, but you also got to start thinking about scenarios soon, too, and scoreboard watch a little bit because this district, those last two playoff spots, Ike, I think it's going to be a battle all year long for these last few playoff spots in this district. College Station, they lead Hendrickson 30-14, that game in the second. Dripping Springs shutting out Austin 14-0, started the second quarter down in Dripping Springs. Taylor 32, Austin achieved nothing, that's early in the first. Salado and Geronimo Navarro are tied up at 7. That game in the second quarter. Gerald a 14-3 lead over Lago Vista late in the first quarter. And then see Hayes 7-0 over Lockhart after one quarter of play. Also into the first, Burnett 14, San Angelo Lakeview nothing. Manor New Tech 8, Austin Eastside 6. And Weiss beating up on Cedar Creek early in the first quarter, 35-0. The Weiss Wolves with the lead. A couple of games we don't have scores for yet. Travis is taking on LBJ tonight, and Bowie is at Del Valley. In college football, a few games going on tonight. There's 2 right now active, and then 2 that are about to kick off. The active games over outside of Atlanta, Jacksonville State 21-17 with the lead over Kennesaw State. It's Kennesaw's first year as a football program. And Houston, this is a surprising one. They are up in Fort Worth, and they are all over TCU, 24-6 tonight. Houston was a 16.5-point underdog coming into this ball game, and they are taking it to TCU. Houston hadn't scored a point since 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
They had been shut out their last 2 games, and TCU is taking it on the chin right now. 2 games about to kick off, and this is weird to say, in the Big Ten. Michigan State is on the road at Oregon tonight for a conference game. Make that make sense. And then also, to me, the most intriguing game of the evening happening in Las Vegas tonight as the Syracuse Orange are taking on UNLV in a non-conference game. This is a game I forgot who had to cancel, but with realignment, something happened where both teams had the same team on the schedule this year. Well, they lost that game. And so they had to make up one to play 12. And so Vegas said, Syracuse, why don't y'all come out here, bring your fan base to Vegas for a night, and we'll play a non-conference game that way. So it's just kind of a hastily scheduled non-conference game as they had to fill that gap. this year. It's kind of weird, but that is a good football game. UNLV, a really sneaky good football team, and Syracuse, with their first-year head coach there, and then, of course, they've got Kyle McCord, the former Ohio State quarterback, pulling the trigger. Should be a really good game out there in Vegas tonight, just off the strip. Here in Round Rock, 14-0, the Vandegrift Vipers lead the McNeil Mavericks. We got about 14 minutes to go to the second half. We're going to step aside, let you enjoy the band here. Unfortunately, no audio as usual, but you can see the performance, and then we'll be back in just a little bit with more, and the second half, rather, of this football game tonight. A good physical win coming your way. It is 14-0 in favor of Vandegrift. This is Round Rock ISD Football, presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN Network. Back here at Dragon Stadium in Round Rock, we get set for the second half of action between the Vandegrift Vipers and the McNeil Mavericks tonight. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN network. Brad Tillery and Ike Kohler here with you. Vandegrift leads McNeil 14-0 as we get back underway. And Ike, adjustments made in the second half, and I think it's kind of clear for both teams. Figure out a way to stop the run.
Figure out a way to stop the run, and Vandegrift gets the ball first this half, and Fournier and Vandegrift, they were 2 for 2 on touchdowns, and they're two big drives.
I don't know that I've ever seen a football game that a team has had basically 2 touches of the football in a single half, but that's what we had with Vandegrift right there.
Yep.
They had 2 drives. A third one technically, but it was a kneel down on the final play of the half after they got a turnover on downs with about 30 seconds to go. But 2 real drives, a combined 26 plays on those drives for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. McNeil only touched the ball 3 times. In their final drive, McNeil went on an 18-play march that turned up into a turnover on downs right at the end of it. So both of these teams are possessing the football tonight. A low-scoring affair, but both of them doing it on the ground for the most part, Ike. The Mavericks to kick it away. It's the first kickoff for McNeil tonight. The run-up and the boot. Low spinning line drive kick that's going to bounce and go out of bounds. And that'll be a procedural penalty. McNeil's going to have to, Vandegrift's got a decision to make. Either force McNeil to kick it again or take possession at the 30.
So coming out of the second half last week versus Stony Point, McNeil forced a turnover within the first few plays, and that kind of turned the tide of the game. And I think McNeil, they're in a different situation because I think they need the turnover now, the way the Vipers' offense is running. But if they can get a turnover here, it will really help their chances.
Turnover, 3 and out, just something to change the direction and the speed of this game a little bit. I think if you're McNeil is the key, right? This is not out of reach. It's just 14-0. But this Viper team, Vipers, they're known to strike fast. That's how they play. They're more like pythons. They just want to squeeze you to death here and squeeze the life out of the game. Teodecki hands it off to Fournier up the middle, and he is stoned. Maybe picks up a yard. Good tackle there by McNeil. Big number 42, Jacorian Hubbard on the play. It'll be just a 1-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 9. Teodecki calling for the ball. He'll drop back to pass. Swings it out to Fournier. On the right sideline, Fournier picks up about 7. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. Zarian Hall with the tackle.
Hall's been flying around tonight. He's made a few good plays on defense for McNeil, but another 3rd down and short situation. McNeil just needing to get off the field.
I think the thing you notice, too, with this Vandegrift offense tonight, when they're throwing, they're not putting the ball into dangerous spots. It's either a wide-open receiver down the field that was just missed for a touchdown earlier tonight, or it's just quick swing passes. It's nothing complicated. But you have to respect the run so much. Another handoff, Fournier. Cuts it back up the middle, runs a man over. He's out to the 45 and got a 1st down. It's not pretty as far as quick strike, throw the ball, spread it around kind of offense if you're a fan of that, but it's effective. This Vandegrift offense just pounding away here tonight. 1st and 10, fake handoff. Teodecki to throw. Plenty of time, escapes out of the pocket now, out to the left. Will throw last second. He's got a man. That's a 1st down as Brock Chilton brings it down inside McNeil territory at the 44. First and 10, they're going to go quick now. Swing pass out to Chilton, near side, and he dropped it. Hit him right in the numbers, and Brock Tilton just could not hang on, so it's 2nd down and 10. And this is the thing that you haven't seen a lot out of Vandegrift tonight, which is 2nd and 3rd and long. They have not gotten themselves behind the chains much. Ball on the left hash mark. Justin Moore, the running back now. Miles Teodecki drops back to pass. He will throw it deep down the left sideline. He's got a man open. That's a catch. That's a touchdown for the Vandegrift Vipers. George Farley hauls it in from 44 yards out.
It was the first deep strike of the game by either team. Farley just took the top right off the defense. He was open from the get-go. The throw was there from Teodecki. Teodecki has pretty much made every throw tonight right on the money, and Vandegrift takes a 20-0 lead here early in the second half.
Vandegrift deciding to air it out on that drive as the extra point is good. 21-0 now the score in favor of the Vipers. They had run the ball all night. This time a 6-play drive, 4 plays through the air, and they score quickly. 6 plays, they go 70 yards, and it only took them a minute and 55 seconds to do it. By far and away their shortest drive of the night, time-wise. But they put 7 more on the board.
That's that Viper striking speed you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's more befitting of their nickname. So McNeil backs firmly against the wall now, down 21-0 here early in the third quarter. Vandegrift taking their time to tee this football up and kick it away. Vipers in the white uniforms with the black pants and the white helmets. If you ever remember the movie Friday Night Lights, they look like the Permian Panthers down there from the movie. McNeil in the blue uniforms with the white numerals, the white pants, the blue helmets, and the pink socks tonight, honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's the run up in the boot. End over end, driven towards the end zone. It is fielded by Aiden Taylor. He's going to bring it out from 6 yards deep. Taylor cutting back across midfield, 20-yard line, out to the 23. Dangerous return there for Taylor. He's out to the 2 yards shy of where the touchback would have been, so you don't mind the try. 1st and 10 now for McNeil.
I think that's just Taylor trying to spark something and make something happen. Get a big play, get this, his team, but the crowd also back into it. But this is a veteran McNeil team in the sense that they were down multiple scores in the 4th against Bowie in the playoffs last year. They came back and won that one. This is a resilient group.
1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Handoff Joshua Williams, and he is pushed into the backfield. Nowhere to go. Great penetration over the right-hand side of the line there for the Vandegrift defense. I think that was big number 94, Hugo de la Vera Vasquez. We called his name a lot tonight. Just pushing the defense, or the offensive lineman back and right into Williams there. 2nd and 10. Gary drops straight back to throw. Double clutches, now throws down the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Taylor. Oh, Zach Christie, excuse me. It is 3rd and 10 coming up. Third down, 10 to go. Pistol formation now. Gary to throw. Floats one down the left sideline. He overshoots his defender, or his receiver rather. That's intercepted. Picked off by the Vandegrift Vipers, Tobias Gray, and he returns it to the McNeil 39. That ball just floated on Gary.
Just sailed on it a little bit. Zach Christie was the intended target. Safety was sitting right there. Wide open arms.
Yeah, he just had to make sure. It was one of those that's coming to him, and he's just thinking, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. So great field position at the McNeil 39 for Vandegrift to take over here. 9:09 to go in this third quarter of play, leading it 21-0. And the Vipers can get a stranglehold on this football game with another score here. Teodecki to throw. Drops straight back. Trying to escape the pressure, rolling out of the pocket. Flag down behind the play. Teodecki still running, and he will be chased out of bounds for a short gain of a couple. Wadika Nwosu was all over him, and a flag down behind. I think that's going to be a hold. Nwosu was held coming around the edge, and the referee was staring at it and missed it.
Yeah,
but I think he got the second. I think he got the second hold. He did.
Sean Crow coming in for Aiden Taylor defensively for McNeil. Give Taylor a breather.
The holding pushes Vandegrift back 1st and 20 at the 49-yard line of the Mavericks now. Two receivers right, one to the left. The running back, Brendan Fournier, who has 2 touchdowns, is in there. He takes the handoff, and he's submarined at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Fournier. And now there's a McNeil Maverick down behind the play. Can't tell who it is. We'll hope the young man's okay. 8:45 to go here in this third quarter. And quickly popping back to his feet. Good. Still being checked on down there. Looks like it's Michael Jones. And looks like he might be holding his arm. Either his arm or his ankle. I can't really tell. But he's being checked on, and while he is being checked on, let's tell you about our friends at AutoNation Chevrolet. They proudly support Round Rock ISD football programs. And if you're looking for a big win, shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, you can score cash for your car by selling it to the team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Make sure you get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. That's AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then get paid the same exact day. It's that easy, everybody. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 and Duval today. Together, let's drive. It's going to be 2nd down and 20 as the play clock rolls for Vandegrift. Empty backfield for the Vipers. Now Fournier will motion back. Standing to the right of Teodecki. Teodecki's getting him lined up correctly here. Quick throw. Teodecki looking left. Pulls it down. Now tries to escape the pocket. Can't do so. He's dropped for a sack. Nice play there. In the backfield for the Mavericks, Frank Martinez Gomez comes up with a 1-yard sack. It'll be 3rd down and 21. See how the Vipers decide to attack this one. They have been able to throw the ball tonight, mostly keeping on the ground, though. Sends a man in motion. Teodecki will throw. It's a quick screen pass the opposite way. A wall of blockers picks up about 9 yards there. I believe that was Fournier on the catch and run. And it's going to be 4th down. Actually, that was not Fournier. That was number 84. Excuse me, Thomas Beechler. 4th and 11 coming.
That was Sean Crow. You see him running off the screen, but he came in for a few plays, made that tackle, forced 4th down.
A little bit of no man's land here for the Vipers, so they're going to go for it on 4th and 11, it looks like. Teodecki, the southpaw quarterback, checking with his line of scrimmage and the sideline, and now timeout's going to be called with 6:53 to go here in the third quarter. Vandegrift 21, McNeil nothing. As the Vipers got a quick strike here to start this second half. McNeil threw an interception just 3 plays into their only drive of this half so far. Now Vandegrift maybe squandering great field position. It is 4th down and 11 at the Maverick 40-yard line coming up after this timeout. Ike, I know you are not with us next week. You're heading out of town for the big game up in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
I am, yes, sir. Red River Rivalry. If y'all have never been, y'all got to go. It was my first time going was the 49-0 game a few years ago.
Eventually, I need to get up there for it. I've lived here too long to not go to that football game. I will be, let's see, where am I next week here? We're back at the Kelly Reese Athletic Complex next week. Stony Point taking on Manor next Friday night. I'll have that game for you right here on the network. Make sure you like and subscribe to iHSFAN. You get all the games live on the network and notifications when they go live each and every week. 4th and 11. Teodecki, quick throw, right side, incomplete. That wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. It was intended for Brock Chilton. It was off his hands. Joshua Gayden there defensively, but there were 2 or 3 Mavericks on that play to make the tackle, and the throw was 5 yards short of the line of game.
I think the pressure got to Teodecki. The pressure from the defensive line, he had to get rid of it quickly, just kind of a blown-up play. But Mavericks defense came through. They got a stop. Much help to the holding penalty that started the drive for Vandegrift, but the Mavericks still got a fighting chance in this one.
That's the first time the Mavs have gotten off the field tonight defensively. 1st and 10 here. Handoff to Williams up the middle, and Joshua Williams is going to pick up about 2. Joshua Williams came into the game tonight, dominating on the ground this year, averaging 137 a game. He's already got 9 touchdowns this season, and 4 of the 5 games played, he's gone over 100. I formation here. Quick handoff to the up back Williams, right into the pile, and he maybe picks up a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 now for McNeil. Jarrell Gary checks to his head coach on the right sideline here on the near side. Quick throw in the slot. That ball's caught. It's a 1st down and a little bit more into Vandegrift territory, rather. Jaden Thomas comes down with the catch and run. And a 1st down for the Mavericks.
It's a good throw by Gary, leading Thomas towards a 1st down marker. Good spot.
15-yard gain and a 1st down to the Vandegrift 41. Gary to throw again. Drops straight back. Steps up. He's got time. Down the middle he goes, and it's intercepted again. Another one floated on him. Picked off by Tobias Gray for the 2nd time, and Gray returns it to the 30.
Again, trying to take a deep shot there, targeting Zach Christie up the middle. He was looked like he was in triple coverage. The ball floated a little bit as Vandegrift takes over here.
5:20 to go in this 3rd quarter now. Vandegrift still leads 21-0 as Jarrell Gary has thrown back-to-back interceptions on his last 2 drives. McNeil defense going to have to go back out there to work, and this is interesting for Vandegrift. Already now in this 3rd quarter, as many drives as they had the entire 1st half. Teodecki hands this one off to Brendan Fournier. He goes around the left side, and he only picks up a yard or 2. Joshua Gayden makes the nice tackle in open space. Officially going to give him 3. The drum line down the right sideline, or the right side to us here for the McNeil Mavericks. Going at it with 5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7. Handoff again, Fournier to the right side. Stays on his feet, leans forward, picks up 4.
Vandegrift up three scores here. They're content to just pound the run game until the clock hits 0.
Yeah, they're going to chew clock, I think. And it's their game plan. This is how they came in tonight. They are not a team that wants to rush with snaps and get on the ball quick. They're taking their time. Play clocks, they're using 30-some-odd seconds of the play clock every snap and averaging 4-ish yards a carry and just grinding their way down the field. It's been something impressive to watch. And if you can do it, you absolutely do it. They're down to 4 seconds on the play clock here. It took them a minute to get set. Fake to Fournier, swing pass outside, and it's a little too far in front of the receiver, Thomas Beachler. We were able to catch it, but it's actually a loss of 2, and that'll be a 3-and-out. First time we'll see the punter tonight for Vandegrift. Noah Kalber does the place kicking and the punting duties. Aiden Taylor back deep for the Mavericks. Kalber boots it away. Spiraling kick that'll send Taylor back. He will let that bounce at the 25. Kind of checks up right there at the 26. 41-yard punt, no return. So we await the official spot. Looks like the official continuing to walk this thing up. They're going to mark him at the 28. That's an interesting spot because I'm pretty sure he was standing on the 26 when that ball was...
It was touched.
Okay. McNeil won't complain.
Take all the help they can get.
McNeil won't complain about the couple extra yards, but it's a 28. The ball spotted at the 28. Vandegrift showing blitz, trying to confuse Gary. This is a quick throw to the outside and a catch for about 5 yards there. It is stripped away, taken the other way. Was it blown dead? It was. It won't count. It's a 5-yard gain for McNeil. The play was blown dead. Jaden Thomas made the catch, and forward progress had been stopped.
That would have really opened this thing up.
2nd and 5 coming up. Ball on the left hash mark for the Mavericks. Handoff to Williams. Goes up the middle. There's a flag down behind the play, I believe. No, there wasn't. I thought I saw some yellow fly, but it was not a flag. It's a 3-yard gain, and it's 3rd down and 2 coming. I think we've only had about 2 or 3 penalties all night, Ike. 3rd and 2. Gary keeps this one up the middle on the quarterback draw, and man, he has just nowhere to go. The defensive line for Vandegrift did a great job there because they kind of reset the point of attack backwards about a half a yard, and just Gary with nowhere to find a hole to run through.
Leaving the offense out here on 4th down 3 scores. It's a big play here.
4th and 3. Nobody in the backfield with Jarrell Gary. And now timeout called by the Mavericks. Now flag came down, actually, excuse me. Illegal formation against McNeil. Or false start, rather. 5-yard penalty is going to back them up. And it's going to be punt time for the Mavericks now. Marshall Holland will kick this away. We're down to 1 minute and 35 to go in this 3rd quarter of play. Vandegrift 21, McNeil nothing. Low snap handled by Holland. An end-over-end knuckleball of a punt that is caught at the 38. 32-yard punt fielded out there by Brock Chilton for no return. Those can be the hardest ones to catch sometimes. Kind of knuckle down on you. You don't really know where it's going. Be a little tough.
So this 3rd quarter has really been completely different from the first half. I mean, it's either been short drives or turnovers.
Yeah, the longest play of this entire quarter has been that 6-play touchdown drive from Vandegrift. Everything else is 4 plays or less. whereas the first half was 12-play drive, 14-play drive, 18-play drive. Teodecki to throw. He's got a man in the slot. That's complete for a first down. George Farley with the catch. Having a nice half so far, including the touchdown pass. That one goes to the McNeil 49. 13-yard pickup and a first down. First and 10. Man in motion. They'll hand this one off to Moore. He goes over the right side and maybe picks up a yard or two. The McNeil defense kind of met him in the hole. A couple of Mavericks were there, including Tyson Cox and Javion Vick. 2nd and 8 on the way. Handoff, Moore again. And only spins out of the tackle, out of the pile rather, over the left side. And he's able to pick up about 6. He had nothing. Spun out of the tackle right in the middle of that pile and gets to the 40-yard line. Nice run. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. We'll flip ends and head to the fourth. The Vandegrift Vipers leading the McNeil Mavericks 21-0. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN network.
In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
We head to the fourth quarter in Round Rock, where the Vandegrift Vipers lead the McNeil Mavericks 21-0 here on the iHSFAN network. Brad Tillery, Ike Kohler here with you tonight. It has been a bit of a stagnated game here in the third quarter, Vandegrift able to strike on the opening drive of this quarter of the half, but since then, both teams just struggling to move the ball. Here it's 3rd and about a yard for the Vipers. They'll hand this one off to Brendan Fournier, and he goes right up the gut for a gain of about 4 and a first down. So the Vipers get a new set of downs. They lead at 21-0. Vandegrift has scored 1 touchdown in every quarter so far tonight, as they look to improve to 4-1 and 3-0 in district play. First and 10. Split backs in the backfield, and now timeout called. They want a delay of game, or Vandegrift, what are they asking for here? The sideline's asking for some relief. Flag is down in the backfield, or in the defensive backfield, which normally would mean a delay of game here. Still some conversation going on with the referees. And there's the official call. Delay of game against the Vipers. Backs them up 5 yards. 1st and 15 now. They're going to have to reset the play clock again because it's running already before the ball was even set. Got flying crickets in the booth tonight. It's good fish bait. Yeah.
You ever fish with grasshoppers?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Done a lot of weird fishing down home. Hand off to the running back, Justin Moore. Stays on his feet, and he gets a nice gain of about 10 on the play. It looked like he was bottled up for a short gain. Instead, gets down to the 30. And now a McNeil player down behind the play as well. 11:01 left in the contest, 21-0. McNeil trails the Vandegrift Vipers as Vandegrift's trying to put this thing away. Driving down the field again. Folks, AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports Round Rock ISD football programs. If you're looking for a big win, shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to the AutoNation Chevrolet team. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. That's AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then make sure you get paid the same day. It's that easy, everybody. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 and Duval today. Together, let's drive. Now the injured Maverick up and walking off under his own power. That's good to see. Javion Vick. Well, both of these teams still a lot of season to go after this one. McNeil playing their 6th game of the year. Vandegrift playing their 5th. The Mavericks will take on Vista Ridge on the road next Friday night over at Gupton Stadium. And then the Mavs get a week off before finishing the season against Cedar Ridge, Manor, and Hutto. And I'll tell you what, when you look at the standings, all 4 of those games are right in that meaty part of who's going to be battling for the 3rd and 4th spot in the district here, I think. So they're all going to mean big-time performances will be needed from this McNeil Maverick team. Vandegrift, they'll take on Cedar Ridge next week. And then they go to Manor. They take on Hutto after that at Westwood, and then finish the season against Round Rock. It's 2nd and 4 here. Handoff to Moore again. Finds the hole over the left side, darts back towards the middle, and he's down to the 23 for a gain of 7 and a first down.
Yeah, the district standings last year with 8 teams. I mean, the last 3 siege was a 4-way tie.
Yeah, the last 3 spots. The only team that got in without having to get in that tie-breaking situation was Vandegrift. They went undefeated in district. There's another handoff to the running back, Justin Moore. Goes out to the left side and picks up a couple. This Vandegrift team, we talked about at the top of the show, they have not lost a district game since November 21st, or since November 5th, 2021. That was 16 district games ago. But otherwise, 4 teams tied for the final 3 playoff spots in this district last year. And then all they did was all the teams came back this year and you added Hutto, making it even harder. Top 4 teams will head to the playoffs at the end of the season. Man in motion. Teodecki hands it off to Moore again. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard. Frank Martinez Gomez and Michael Jones in there for the tackle. It's 3rd down and 7 now. Yeah, this is, I think, Ike, this might be the most wide open district in the area by a mile. And a lot of intrigue. And you heard Coach Hermes say earlier, like, at the beginning of the season, he would have told you these teams are going to be real threats for the playoffs and these not. And he's like, it's jumbled right now, and there's a lot of surprises. Teodecki to throw on 3rd and long. It's a swing pass out to the left side, and that's going to be well short of a first down. Completed to Moore, but Marshall Holland able to get off a block and make the tackle. 4th down coming up.
So if McNeil can get a stop here, they've got a shot. But starts with 4th and a long 3 here.
4th and 3. Vandegrift is going for it with 8:41 to go in the contest. Teodecki almost got the line to jump. Checks back with the sideline now. And Vandegrift will call timeout. 8:27 to go in the game. While they do that, let's get you caught up on some scores from around the area. Let's get the old app up and queued back up, and tell you what's going on. We gave you last night's scores already, so let's just go with tonight. Leander all over Glenn, 28-13. That game midway through the third. Georgetown beating up on Colleen Chaparral, 37-7 in the third quarter. Big district game here. Stony Point and Cedar Ridge tied up at 21 in the fourth on the iHSFAN network. You can see that game live right now. Open up a second screen and check that one out on the network over at the Kelly Reese Athletic Complex. If Stony Point can pull that win off, that's going to be a massive hit to Cedar Ridge, who's 2-1 in district play right now. If they can get to 3-1, they would really be in the catbird seat for a potential playoff spot. 2-2, though, drops them back in that middle of the mix. Stony Point 0-3 in district play so far. Hutto leads Westwood 28-17 in this district. That's a big one with both teams having just one district win so far. Granger leads Milano 44-0. Lano on top of Florence 27-14. Heavy set formation here on 4th and 3 for Vandegrift. Straight back to Fournier, and he will be met in the backfield. It'll be dropped for a loss, and McNeil holds. Nice job by the McNeil Mavericks defense to shoot through there. Looked like it was big number 78 to make the first tackle, and I don't see that on the roster. I don't see a 76 or 78 on the roster. So I can't tell you exactly who it was.
78 has been playing well tonight, though. And Fournier had his way for most of the night, but McNeil able to get off the field. Big stop for the Mavericks.
So the Mavs still with a breath of life here in the fourth quarter. 8:21 to go. Down 21-0. Gary to throw. Trying to get out of the tackle in the backfield, and he cannot. Drop for a sack. The first man there was number 5, Ian Witt, and then it was cleaned up by several other Vandegrift Vipers, including Hugo de la Vara Vasquez.
Gary got hung up by Witt, and then the Cavalry came in and finished the job for Vandegrift. Now, second and back near the goal line behind the chains.
Yeah, the Mavs were rolling Gary right on that last play, trying to get a throwback pass, and it just wasn't there. Ball on the 6-yard line now after the 9-yard loss. Gary to throw. Quick little inside throw, and it's incomplete. Off the hands of his intended receiver, Jaden Thomas, who was open in the slot there. Would have been about a 8-10-yard gain. Instead, it'll be 3rd and 19. Other scores, Cedar Park leads Rouse 28-10 in the third quarter. Round Rock all over Manor, 38-13. They're heading to the fourth. That's going to be a big hit to Manor. Going to drop them to 1-2 in the district unless they can make a major comeback. Gary to throw on 3rd and 19. Down the middle, it's intercepted again. That's his third pick of the half. Flag down behind the play as it was picked off by Aiden Jones, who's been recruited to some Ivy League schools and 1AA. He's not made a commitment yet. We'll see what the flag is. Both teams taking their, well, McNeil's taking the offense off the field, so. Looks like this is going to stand. We'll just see what the call is. Tough night for Gary throwing the ball. 3 interceptions here in the second half. Blocking the back the call after the interception, so that'll back the Mavericks up 10 from the spot of the foul.
All the interceptions have been on that same seam route, kind of in the seams, and heavy coverage over there, just having a tough go at it.
Mavs 37 is where Vandegrift will start this next drive. Other scores, by the way, College Station leads Hendrickson 30-14. Dripping Springs all over Austin High at the half, 42-7. Taylor at the half, Altbound Austin achieves 62-0, just at the break there. The running back, Justin Moore, takes a fake handoff. It'll be thrown a swing pass to the near sideline. Brock Chilton with the football, and he's got enough to get to the first down marker right at the 27. Aiden Taylor knocked him out of bounds, but it's a first down. Flag down in the backfield, it looks like. Referees are walking this one back. Holding goes against the Vandegrift Vipers. So back them up 10 yards. Salado 15, Geronimo Navarro 7 at the half. Jarrell 14-3 over Lago Vista at halftime there. Bowie beating Del Valle on the road 21-0. They're at the break. Hayes on top of Lockhart 17-3 at halftime. Burnett 28, San Angelo Lakeview 7. LBJ at the half beating up on Travis 43-3. Maynard New Tech 16, Austin Eastside 12 at the half. And Weiss pummeling Cedar Creek as this is a handoff, our fake handoff, and it's kept over the left side. Miles Teodecki with the run inside the 40 for a gain of about 6. But Weiss beating up on Cedar Creek 56-0 early in the third quarter. College scores, so we keep you abreast of what's going on around the country tonight. Jacksonville State starting to pull away from Kennesaw State 49-24 as Jacksonville pick up their second win of the year. Houston leading TCU 24-12. Handoff to Moore. He's got a big hole up the middle. And Moore gets down to the 33-yard line. They are late in the third quarter there in Fort Worth. Houston led this game 17-0, and then 24-6 at the half. It's now 24-12 in favor of TCU, or excuse me, in favor of Houston. And they are knocking on the door, about to score again. Michigan State's going to be a tough out in the Big Ten all year long. They're trailing Oregon 7-0, but that game's in the second quarter. Oregon was about a 3.5 touchdown favorite tonight. Teodecki to throw. Floats one down the right side. Got a man laying out for it, and it's incomplete off the fingertips. Intended for Thomas Beechler. A little more air into that one. He runs under it and walks right in.
Teodecki took a shot on that and just got it off in time. Just unable to reel it in as Beechler. But how about Eastside Memorial being in the game with Maynard New Tech?
Yeah.
I believe they snapped a long losing streak earlier this season.
4th and 5 here, by the way. Also, one other college score tonight out in Las Vegas, Syracuse and UNLV. Syracuse leads 14-7, but the running Rebels are first and goal from the Syracuse 3 to try to tie it up. Quick slant on 4th and 5 here, and that's a quick catch and a first down. Brock Chilton on the receiving end. Inside the 20, he goes down to the 18-yard line. Pick up a 15 on the play. We're down to 5:23 to go in the ball game. Vandegrift with a 21-0 lead, and man, this is a game that just feels like they have squeezed the life out of since the beginning of the night, Ike.
Yeah, they've really been in control the whole game. The first half, they were only up 2 scores, but even that just felt like a mountain.
Handoff to Moore. He bounces it outside after being bottled up inside. Thrown out of bounds, and that's going to be a late hit. Ridden out of bounds. Javion Vick will have the penalty called against him. So a pickup of 8 on the ground, and then you can go half the distance to the goal from there. That sound you just heard was my old manness standing up for the first time in about an hour or so. Ball spotted at the 5 for the Vandegrift Vipers. First and goal now. Vandegrift taking their time getting the play call in, but the game clock not running after the penalty out of bounds. Looks like a new running back in the ball game. It is. There's a handoff up the middle for a gain of about 2 or 3. That is Preston James III. He's just a freshman. He's a freshman in there getting some carries. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, looks like they're taking him out right now, but good for him. Good for him getting some playing time on varsity.
That's his first carry of the year, according to the stats. Second down and goal from the 3 coming up. Justin Moore, the primary running back now, takes the handoff, breaks a tackle up the middle. He's down to the 1. Third and goal coming up as the clock rolls under 4 minutes. Vandegrift in no rush to call this play. Just breaking the huddle with 11 seconds to go. They snap it with 5 on the play clock. Moore on the handoff, and he will find the end zone. Touchdown, Vandegrift Vipers. As Justin Moore gets his first score of the ball game. And Vandegrift has kept their pace of 1 touchdown every quarter. It's now 27-0, pinning the extra point.
Vandegrift's offense hasn't been a ton of big plays, but it's just been constant. That's worn down this McNeil defense. That's feels like they've been on the field the entire game. And that's Justin Moore's second touchdown of the season.
Extra point up and good. 3:27 to go in the contest. 28-0 in favor of Vandegrift. And you're right, man. This is just a game where it's never been. It didn't feel like a blowout scoreboard-wise until right about now. But it's also felt like a game that Vandegrift has had firm control of almost since the beginning.
Yeah,
it's
you're exactly right.
It's a weird game. Yeah.
Even when Vandegrift was up a couple scores, it was going to be tough sledding to come back from that. But McNeil's going to get a chance to put up some points now with just under 3.5 minutes here left to go in the game. And looking at McNeil's schedule, this is, 28 points, that's comparatively low to what they've given up in other games.
Yeah, it's just, you mentioned it. It's just steady for Vandegrift tonight. It's a few yards here, a few yards there, staying ahead of the chains. They've only gotten in the second half, a few times they've gotten behind the chains, which has forced them to punt or turnover on downs, but they haven't really hit but the one explosive play all night long. Everything else has just been steady as a rock.
It's sound.
And it's frustrating if you're a defense and a defensive coordinator because at some point you go, well, what do I have to do to get off the field? That was an 8-play drive, taking 3:57 off the clock and only went 37 yards. To make it 28-0. Here's the kickoff. End over end kick. Aiden Taylor's going to bring it out. Actually, that's Gaden. Joshua Gaden bringing it out to the near sideline. Picks up a block. He's across the 30 out to about the 34. $3:19 to go in the ball game. The Mavericks take it back over. Gary leads the offense back out there, just trying to find some positive momentum. This is an offense that put up 55 a week ago against Stony Point and had over 400 yards of rushing, but tonight they have struggled to get it moving. Just the one real good drive as Gary tries to make something happen in the backfield, and the keeper just picks up a yard. They had that long drive at the end of the first half that was an 18-play march that went 71 yards but came up empty. Other than that, McNeil's longest drive tonight's been just 6 plays.
It's a pretty stark difference there. That long drive, too, it's a lot of hurry up, no huddle offense, just quick hitters.
2nd and 9. Sweep play on the handoff. That's going to be a first down and a lot more. Aiden Taylor had himself a nice game tonight. He's in the McNeil territory, the Vandegrift territory at the 49. 16-yard gain. Scoreboard on our thing says 21. It's 28, as there's a handoff to Williams over the left side, and Joshua Williams now gets outside and picks up 13 more. That'll move the sticks once again.
Joshua Williams not scared of contact there, just lowering his shoulder, picking up the extra yards.
14 yards on the carry. Fake handoff, this time Gary up the middle as they try to show that they were going to give it to Taylor. Gary was spun down. Vandegrift came out with a football. They're celebrating like they have it, but the referee says 2 fingers in the air. It's 2nd down. 11 guys wearing white thought they had the ball, but the only man whose opinion matters is wearing black and white down there in stripes.
They sold it just about as well as they could sell it.
2nd and 8. We're down to 150 left in the contest. This time handed off to Williams. Gets out over the left side, makes a man miss. He's inside the 30-yard line. At the 29 for a 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 4. The Vandegrift band across the way, kind of in celebration mode, as it'll be Taylor around right end. No gain on the play. 4th and 4 coming up. This will be the 7th play of the drive for McNeil, and by plays, it is their 2nd longest drive of the night. Actually, by yardage, too, I think. .48 seconds left on the clock. Fourth and 4 coming. Gary will throw. Fires one. It's incomplete. Too tall for his intended receiver, Jermichael Gray. And the Vandegrift Vipers are now 1 kneel down away from finishing this ball game up. 34 seconds left on the clock. I got a feeling if they take the knee here, McNeil's not going to worry about the timeouts and just call it a night. 28-0. This was a fast-moving ball game. This game kicked off 2 hours and 10 minutes ago. And don't forget, in high school football, we have 28-minute halftimes.
I did enjoy the bands during halftime today.
Yeah, always.
Went outside.
Yeah. It's going to be victory formation time for the Vandegrift Vipers. They line up for the final snap of the game. They will take the knee, and that will end it here at Dragon Stadium in Round Rock tonight. Your final score, the Vandegrift Vipers pitch a shutout, 28-0 over the McNeil Mavericks. We're back in just a minute to wrap it all up. This is Round Rock ISD Football, presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN Network.
In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Well, the teams continue to shake hands as we wrap it all up tonight from Dragon Stadium on the campus of Round Rock High School. Your final this evening, Vandegrift 28, McNeil 0. Brad Tillery, Ike Kohler here with you. Let's tell you how it all went down tonight. McNeil got the opening kickoff. We're held to a 3-and-out. And then Vandegrift went on a 12-play, 48-yard drive that took 5:22 off the clock. And it was Brendan Fournier with a 5-yard touchdown run to make it 7-0. And that was kind of the story of the first half. Long drives. McNeil gets the next possession. They go on a 6-play drive before having to punt. Vandegrift then gets another possession and goes on a 14-play drive, this time covering 70 yards. 6:05 off the clock, and Fournier got his second touchdown run of the night to make it 14-0. That was the last time Vandegrift would see the football in the first half, besides one play for a kneel down at the end of the half, because McNeil takes the next next kickoff, takes it over with 6:26 to go in the second quarter, and goes on an 18-play, 71-yard drive that included a 3rd and 21 and a 3rd and 11 conversion, but the Mavericks could not produce points out of it. They were stopped at the 4-yard line on a 4th and 3. And it was a turnover on downs. That was what we had at halftime, 14-0 in favor of Vandegrift. The Vipers come out and get a quick strike to start the second half as a 6-play drive took just 1:55 off the clock, 70 yards, and the quarterback, Miles Teodecki, found his receiver, George Farley, from 44 yards out to make it 21-0. And then from there, the two teams kind of got a little sloppy with each other. McNeil would throw 3 interceptions on their next 4 possessions. Vandegrift had a couple of turnovers on downs and a punt as well in that stretch before finally salting this thing away. They took over with 7:24 to go in the fourth quarter at the McNeil 37-yard line. An 8-play, 37-yard drive took 3:57 off the clock, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run from the running back Justin Moore. 28-0 your score. Vandegrift beats McNeil tonight, and Ike, kind of a complete performance from Vandegrift, you would think.
I think so, and really in all 3 phases. Vandegrift just showed tonight that they're proven winners in district games, and they're a winning program. And that showed offensively when they didn't try to do too much too fast. They took their time, just slow and steady, and their defense played a heck of a game. And McNeil just roughed-eyed offensively. The 3 turnovers were really the difference in this one, but McNeil was just having a hard time moving the ball after scoring 55 last week, which crazy how things can change in a week's time.
Yeah, so for the Mavericks, they will fall to a record of 2-4 this year, but most importantly, 2-2 in the district. They're still very much alive in this race for District 6A, District 25. Vandegrift 3-1. They are 4-1 now. They are 3-0 in the district, and Vandegrift now has a 17-game district winning streak going back to November 5th of 2021. Quickly, I want to let you know, as soon as we're done wrapping up here in just a second, don't forget to flip over on the iHSFAN network and catch the end of Stony Point and Cedar Ridge. According to the app here, it says they are less than a minute to go, tied up at 21 over at the Kelly Reese Athletic Complex. So if that game goes to overtime, you can catch the end of it on the iHSFAN network. Don't forget to like and subscribe to iHSFAN as well, so you can get all the notifications on when we go live across the network all season long. For the McNeil Mavericks, they will take on Vista Ridge next week at 7 o'clock over at Gupton Stadium in Cedar Park. Vandegrift will face Cedar Ridge, rather. Vandegrift playing that game at home over in 4 Points. That'll wrap it up tonight for us here in the booth in Dragon Stadium, where we have had a fun night with you, a disappointing night for the Mavericks in a 28-0 loss. However, we do appreciate you spending your Friday with us. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We will talk to you next week from Kelly Reese Athletic Complex. I'll be over there. Ike's got the week off next week. He's going to go be a college senior and have some fun. But I'll be over there for Stony Point against Manor next Friday night. Here at Dragon Stadium, a game that you'll have on the network as well. Round Rock will take on Hutto. So a couple of big games when you talk about potential playoff implications across the network in this district next week. Both of those games kick off at 7 o'clock here on iHSFAN. For all of us here at the iHSFAN network, we want to thank you for joining us on this Friday night. We want to thank all of our sponsors who make this free for you guys to bring it to you for at no charge. Want to thank our friends with the Round Rock ISD as well for allowing us to do this. For Ike Kohler, I'm Brad Tillery saying good night, everyone. We've appreciated you joining your Friday with us one final time from Dragon Stadium tonight. The Vandegrift Vipers, 28. The McNeil Mavericks, nothing. This has been Round Rock ISD Football, presented by Covert Ford on the iHSFAN Network.
You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written